Welcome to our channel, Aticketouttahere. We're a family from Melbourne, Australia who loves travelling and wants to share our experience, tips and opinions with a little bit of humour to make the planning of your next trip easier. Today, we're going to share our trip to Nara. Nara is an easy day trip from either Osaka or Kyoto.
We travelled from Osaka and caught a train from JR Namba Station, which was right in the heart of Osaka. It took just over 45 minutes to get to Nara Station and cost about 580 yen one way.
From Nara Station there's a shuttle bus frequently stopping outside the station, which for a small fee you can take to Nara Park.
But the park was only 1.5 kilometres away, so we decided to walk, and it took us a little over 15 minutes to the closest part of the park.
And from there you'll find the star attractions of Nara, free roaming deer. Approximately 1,200 deer roaming over 1,240 acres of Nara Park.
But being wild deer, they're not just confined to the grassy park areas. As the day went on, we found them outside the shops, along the footpaths, on the road, and on the grounds of the museums, temples and shrines.
All around the park you'll find vendors selling special crackers that you can feed to the deer. It costs 200 yen for 10 crackers. We were advised that these were the most polite deers in the world and would respectfully bow to you in exchange for a cracker.
But that initial politeness can quickly fade when food is at stake. And more often than not, we were quickly surrounded by excited deer jostling for the next cracker.
I did see the odd child overwhelmed with attention of the deers, and fun quickly turned into fear as they dropped their crackers and ran from the surrounding herd screaming. So maybe a tip just to keep an eye out for small children. Even Jedi mind tricks were ineffective with these hungry deer. And while we were told they liked Japanese crackers, we found some were also partial to teenage Australian sausage. A 5-minute walk through the grounds of the impressive looking Nara National Museum will take you to the entrance of the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Todai-ji Temple.
At the entrance of this famous Buddhist shrine, you'll find a number of shops selling souvenirs and various food and snack options. Here you can treat yourself to these cute soft serve ice creams that celebrate their famous deer.
Along the approach to Todai-ji stands Nara Gate. The sheer size of the wooden columns and knowing such a mammoth structure was put together with traditional Japanese carpentry is impressive. I was amazed how they were able to have huge pieces of timber fitting together like a game of Tetris without the need for nails or fasteners.
Once you move through this large wooden gate, there are beautiful Japanese gardens in front of the entrance to the main temple. There are a few options that need an admission fee. We decided to pay 800 yen per person to enter the Great Buddha Hall.
Until recently, the Great Buddha Hall held the record for the world's largest wooden building. This is despite the fact that the present reconstruction, built around 1700, is only 2/3 of its original size. It's always good manners to wash your hands before entering a shrine or temple. The proper way is typically to bow towards the water basin upon approaching, hold the water ladle in your right hand and pour it over your left, and then switch hands and use your left hand to pour it over your right.
The Great Buddha Hall is 48 metres tall and houses the world's largest gilded bronze statue of the Buddha at 15 metres tall. It might not seem it from the video, but the face of the Buddha is 5 metres tall alone. There are other large statues also inside the hall.
Another popular attraction is a pillar with a hole in its base that's said to be the same size as the Buddha's nostril. It is said those who can squeeze through the opening will be granted enlightenment in their next life. I decided not to try and squeeze through myself, not because I'm overweight, but because I thought it would be greedy to have enlightenment in 2 lives in a row.
To be honest, I just didn't think I would fit through the hole.
Heading back towards the station, we also passed Kuukujo Temple, including the Southern Round Hall.
ンポポのように強く生きようどんな嵐も越えてゆくタンポポのように強く生きようどんな嵐も越えてゆくタンポポのように明日に向かって希望の光が照らしてるタンポポのように強く生きよう未来へ続く道を行こう笑顔咲かせて夢を追う
The grounds also included an impressive 3-story pagoda. Nearby there were some steps that led down to a busy shopping street that took us all the way back to the station.
永遠に続く命の歌タンポポのように強く生きようどんな嵐も越えてゆくタンポポのように強く生きようどんな嵐も越えてゆくタンポポのように明日に向かう
But we couldn't leave Nara without a quick stop at the Amusement Center. We entered this one thinking it might just have a few gacha machines. It ended up being about 5 levels of gacha, claw machines, arcade games and other gaming.
Well, that was our half-day trip to Nara. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you want to see any of our other videos, please make sure you press the like button and subscribe to our channel. But before you go, there was one more store in Nara we stopped at before heading back to Osaka, and we bought a kimono for the smallest member of our family.